Hey guys, at City View Marina on our way down to Wilmington, North Carolina on our epic voyage. Holy crap, we had some really cool stuff that went on yesterday in the last 2 days, 36 hours.
Hi, I'm Mary Beth, and this is Steven. Together we are sailing through life on our sailboat Harmony with our dog Bernie. Join our adventures as we explore the East Coast and beyond by subscribing to our channel.
We headed out of Newport. It was beautiful. Motor sail, basically. Well, actually, no. We motored. We motored all the first day because the wind just wasn't with us. It was right on the nose, so we motored. But the seas were cool. The first night was an amazing experience for me. I've never sailed, I've been on a boat at night when I was in the Coast Guard, but I didn't have the responsibility of navigating or driving the boat, that kind of thing, because I was a seaman. So I didn't, and I had a different perspective. When I was in the Coast Guard, I was 17. Now what am I, 51? So, and I had my daughter on board. I've got a lot more responsibility. So you just have a different perspective. You see things differently in life. So, and even just, you slow down, and at least I have, you slow down, relax, and enjoy whatever is happening around you. So that was the experience I had with driving in the boat at night. It was easy. I couldn't believe how easy it is to see lights, buoys, vessels in the distance, 16, 20 miles away. But you can't see them in the daytime that far out. So you have, and if we were traveling 6 nautical miles, and so if something's 12 nautical miles away from you, you have 2 hours to decide what you want to do, evasive action. So it's not like you have to react really quickly. Typically, we saw dolphins at night. We saw them come through, and they hit some phosphorescent, probably algae or something like that. So they lit up like different colors, purple. It was so cool. It was just a really nice, relaxing sail. We did some identification of vessels. The second day, we were under, we hoisted one of the mainsail, and we motor sailed. And we looked at the weather, and we expected a front to come through. We weren't sure if it was going to materialize, how heavy it was going to be. So we stayed in close to land instead of going out far out and not having a lot of options, because you go that far out, and then, like I said, the boat only travels at 6, 7, 8 knots maybe. So that takes a long time to go a short distance, unlike a car. So we stayed in close because of the weather. We were expecting weather, and we got it. The weather kicked in, and we were probably 5-6 foot seas, 10-foot seas every once in a while. We got one that took us right off guard and swamped the cockpit. I didn't get wet. My two companions, he got soaked, he got drenched. I was behind him. Covered me. We got some waves just coming right over the top of the boat. It was really, really interesting. And then when we got starting to rain now, so I'm going to go undercover because the storm's not done with us yet. We had to find a place to duck in, and we're in New Jersey, and there aren't a lot of places to duck in along the coast. So we picked Egg Harbor Inlet, and oh boy, after we got in here, we realized, actually all the locals were like, you don't want to come in there in heavy weather. Really? We surfed in through, and the captain, Judge Schaefer, did an amazing job of navigating the boat through a tight inlet with shoals all around, rocks on one side, beach on the other side. So like 28 feet of water for the channel, but like 4 on the other side, some places, in 12-foot surf. It was crazy. So I'm gonna get on the boat now, and I'll continue this when I'm dry. Okay, well, I just got drenched, but I'm back on the boat. And just to kind of continue what I was talking about, in hindsight, you experience these things, and there are pros and cons to videotaping things. But we didn't videotape it. I could have had my daughter right here, hanging on and just videotaping it, and actually would have been good for her, because what it would have allowed her to do is to focus on something. When you focus on something, then you're less apt to be fearful you're more on the analytical side of your brain. With fight or flight, adrenaline doesn't kick in and cause you to make bad decisions and do stupid things and scream and yell. If you have a job, if you assign a job to somebody, or you assign yourself a job when you're in a stressful situation and you focus on it, usually it's much easier to stay calm, cool, and collected. So that's what we did out there, actually. So before we got into those surf conditions, the captain was expecting him, John, and he's done this before. He's a professional racer. He's done America's Cup. He does all kinds of different races and stuff like that. So he's a very experienced sailor with all kinds of boats, and so he's done this thing before. So he took the helm and he basically coached us, and he said, okay, this is what we can expect, these swells, and we're going to ride the swells in. We had 2 people stationed, one on either side of the boat, looking for buoys that we needed to look at, looking for obstacles, looking for rogue waves, whatever it was. So I was on one side, and the other, Dom, who was on the other side, he's also a racer. And then I had Mia more secure down here. This was all closed because they talked about the possibility of pooping. I'd never heard that terminology before. And basically, if you surf with a boat and you have waves behind you, if you bury as you're coming down the wave, the nose can bury into the next wave. And if that happens, it slows the boat right down, and then the wave that's in back of you can come over and swamp the cockpit. So we had this all closed up in case the cockpit got swamped. It didn't happen, but it was a possibility. So we evaluated the situation and the possibilities, and took action to best mediate the best thing for the boat and for us. So we got into the surf, and it was a wild ride, man. Holy crap. Basically, it was like if you have a surfboard and you're out on the surf and you actually surf the board. That's what we were doing. We were riding the waves, and they were coming down the wave. And one time is the only time my mind went from focus on my job to holy crap, is when the boat went over, like, if you look at it like this, here's the boat, probably about this much on the side of a wave. And then we came down and swooped down on it. It's the most exhilarating ride I've ever had in my life. It was just amazing. And then we got through that. And then what happened is we grounded. Not a major grounding, but we don't know the area. And so we didn't have local knowledge of what not to go, where not to go. There are markers and there are buoys, but the Coast Guard can only do such a good enough job to keep those up to date. There's shoaling, there's shiftings of sands. So we went in the wrong, we found out after the fact, hey guys, you went in the wrong inlet, and we grounded, did a hard grounding, which sounds worse than what it is. Basically, we came into sand and the boat stopped. Took us a while to get out of that, and but we had some really nice people. They had some jet skis, so they hooked up our bow and pulled us off, as well as using the engine, got us off there, and then we made it to our marina. The reason we tucked into this inlet is because there was no other place that we could find that could take us. There's a nope, all the marinas, I couldn't get phone, nobody would pick up the phone. And the couple places I did get, they said, no, we can't house you. So John called in the Coast Guard, asked a favor. We're all ex-military on here. I'm a Coastie, and they're both Army. And they're like, hey, can you help us out? And the guy was very nice, and he did. He said, okay, well, I'll call down the shore a little bit and see if I can get you into this place, Seaview Marina. He did. He got us in. And the only thing that could get us was on the fuel dock. It's like, we'll take it. So we tied up to the fuel dock, and that's where we've been all night, at the fuel dock. And we plan on casting off after this front goes through. The wind is supposed to shift into the northwest, and that we're going south, so we're going to be running. So the wind's going to be pushing us. And we expect to all the way to on the next trip, leg of the trip, to Wilmington. Actually, I think we're going to cut in through. They were saying Wrightsville Beach, which is just north of Cape Fear River, and then we'll cut into the Cape Fear River. But anyway, so that's our next leg of the journey. We're going to start that tomorrow, about 10 o'clock in the morning, we're thinking, because we were, again, local knowledge, asked around with people, and they said, yeah, the best time to get out of here is on a full tide, so around slack tide, so the surf will be down, and I have a 5 foot 3 inch keel, so there'll be more water underneath the keel. So that's when we plan on getting out of here on our next leg of the trip. So I just wanted to go through that with you. I wish I had video just to document it, because I'm not a great storyteller anyway. Like, I'm not animated in that way, and I can't say, oh my God, the color was this, the sky, and that we were feeling this, and the boat was listing over. I'm not great at telling stories. So a video would have been really, really amazing, because I can't describe what it felt like or what the experience was like. And it was you just have to live it. So go out there and do that. No, you just have to live it. And I guess the moral of this is, hell, could have died. Could have died doing it. That one roll that we did, we could have flipped the boat. We could have rolled it right over. He could have, easily. But you can't be scared of that type of stuff. You can't be scared to live your life. You have to just go out and do it. That's what this whole thing is about, is getting on this boat and sailing it and having these experiences and living my life. All my life I've been afraid. I've been afraid of everything. And it was all in my mind. It's nothing to be afraid of but fear itself. So true. Because you're going to die anyway. What's the inevitable thing in life? You're going to die. That's the only inevitable thing that you cannot change out of. And people try it, but you cannot change it. You will die. Right? So enjoy your fucking life while you're here. Do what you want. Have fun. Life is to be enjoyed. And I've learned that. So that's what I'm doing. So anyway, I'm babbling now, but I just wanted to try to convey the enormity of this experience for me so far, and just keep learning. It's so amazing. So, all right, I will be back at you on the next leg of the voyage, or whatever I think might be interesting and useful for you to kind of listen to or learn from. All right, I'm out of here. Bye-bye.
Driving this boat, don't be looking around. Put your hands on that wheel, it'll go crazy. Hey, look, you got Dad over here trying to figure things out, and thank goodness Mia's got the boat under control. Ooh, this one. Woo-hoo.
Bye-bye, son. Good day, sunshine. Good day, sunshine. Good day, sunshine. Those awesome peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Just leave me alone and let me eat my peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Look at the size of those waves. They're huge. So we're not going out today. Another lay day. Second day at Egg Harbor, Great Egg Harbor. I keep calling it Egghead Harbor. I don't know, maybe because I'm an egghead for getting in here, can't get out. Kind of reminds me of Hotel California. You can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave. Yep, that's it right here at Great Egg Harbor. So it felt like that today because, at least this morning, because we couldn't leave. We could have chose to leave, but we would have been fighting big swells coming off from the hurricane from the Atlantic, like 7-foot swells, which aren't a big deal offshore because you just kind of roll over them. They're just like rollers. But when they come into land, they become big waves. And this particular harbor, they're breaking waves. and so they were big. We watched one sailboat try to go out. He turned around pretty quickly. A guy went out this morning and he cracked his windshield, and he turned around and came back. Yeah, so we chose not to go out today anyway, take another lay day. And it was actually really good because I got to hang out with Mia and we went on the beach. We had a nice lunch together. I read some manuals. I did some, just some stuff around the boat. I did some planning, some cleanup, and just really enjoyed the day. So it was really, really nice day. So tomorrow the plan is to leave at high tide, and we are going to go down to Norfolk, Virginia. The weather models show that the wind we have again is going to be on the nose. If we left today, the wind would have been like great, really perfect, but we couldn't get out. So tomorrow, weather's going to be on the nose. So we'll probably be motor sailing tomorrow, or even just motoring, not sure, which is kind of a bummer, but do what you got to do. So that's the plan of the day tomorrow, is leave at high tide, which it's around 10:30, and head up to Norfolk, Virginia. Reassess there whether we're going to stay on the outside around Hatteras or go in the ICW and go on the inside. Either way, it's going to be amazing because I haven't done any of it, so it's all new to me. If we go inside, I'll be able to learn about navigating the ICW, which I do want to do at some point. The buoys are backwards, and there's lots of intricacies and things like that. If we go on the outside, I'll learn more about offshore sailing and going around Hatteras and those types of things. So it'll be another overnight sail, 22 hours, about 160 miles. So that's our next adventure. What an absolutely gorgeous day out here. Captain Captain John picked it right. This is gorgeous out here. There's Atlantic City back there. Tons of visibility. Cruising along. 7.5 knots. It's like glass out here. Mia on watch for lobster pots, or I guess crab pots down here maybe. Hey guys, I don't know if you can hear me over the engine, but we're cruising along right now. Somewhere along Delaware, I'm not sure. I'm down at the owner's cabin, which is really kind of cool, for about an hour and a half off watch, and got my crew upstairs. It's nice having a crew. I might do this again for long pastures. Well, sleeping down here and laying down here and just being really comfortable with the boat thrashing around, because we're cruising like a good almost 8 knots. And I know the wind's on our nose, so we're beating through the waves and we're splashing, up and down and stuff. It doesn't bother me. I can sleep right through it. I think I know why. Like when I was a kid, my dad, he still has the boat, has a hawk line, which is a 20-foot powerboat in Narragansett Bay. And what I would do is, my favorite spot on the boat, especially if it got rough, he'd send me up there, is we had this little cuddy cabin, I guess, if you would. It's just this little space underneath the bow where I'd throw gear and life preservers and all kinds of stuff. And I'd be small, so I'd crawl up in there, and I'd take all the life preservers and blankets and whatever soft things I could find, and I'd just make like a little den in there, and I'd just chill out. I'd sleep, and the bow would be banging and banging and banging because I'm on the bow, and I'd sleep. I'd be passed out, and that was comforting to me. And I think that's the same thing back here. I'm not in the bow of my boat, but I'm the stern. But just the sound of the engine, the vibration, the bouncing, I sleep right through it. So I just kind of thought about that as I was getting ready to go on up top to check what was going on, and go on watching a little while. And I'm looking out the porthole, and yeah, we're cruising along. And actually not even on the bed the normal way, because you can't really see it, but the boat's heeling over at an angle. So it's more comfortable for my feet to be lower than my head. All right, take care, guys. Bye. View from the hill. Sun's going down. Pretty nice out here right now. It's always nice out here, actually. Get a bang at least. Sail up, motor sailing. Of course, a 244 magnetic. Let's go going for our chart plotter. Motor in at 2,600 RPM about. With that, it's sail going almost 7 knots. Over there. So on the left, that shows the speed of the water. That's our wind angle. 30 degrees. That's the wind speed. 14 knots. That's with that. Make a good time. Beautiful ride right now. Some swells every once in a while. A bunch of fishing boats before the night off the port. We were watching those, and they were kind of crossing our bow and some stern, and pay attention to those, but I don't see anything right now. So getting ready to switch in the night watch mode. We'll turn on the radar and start monitoring that. It's a clear night, so we'll have some more than we had the very first night, which was like, let's see, nothing. This is our very first night underway, so pretty cool.
It works better if you go on this side. You know what I mean? Because I was trying to bring it in on that side.
Still a bit lumpy off Norfolk here today, this morning. 0900. Small reef on the sail. But gorgeous morning. cruising along at 9 knots. And we have a beautiful shaped sail. Gorgeous day out here. Cruising along at 9 knots. It's an aircraft carrier. I think the guy said it was Saratoga. I don't know. We heard it doing security, saying it was coming in for Norwalk. This awesome. Doesn't get any better than this. Okay, I'll leave this one. So we are at Railway Bridge number 5, waiting for the trains and some maintenance. And we talked to the bridge operator and they'll open it up for us, even though I guess they're doing maintenance on it. And then there's an auto bridge there, and that goes up too. And then we got a Coast Guard barge in back of us, which is pretty cool. And they just drop these big pillars. I don't know if you can see them in the video, but so they don't have, we have to do a holding pattern here with an engine, but they can just drop these big bars into the soil and just hang there, which is pretty cool. So we're just spinning around, waiting, having coffee. We have made some awesome peanut butter jelly sandwiches. Markers, so just head straight.
Go through in the middle and then pull over to the side. And go all the way forward, okay? So go through the middle. And once you get in the middle, point to this area on the side way forward, and then we'll stop that way. So don't go along the side all the way down. Go in, stop, and then we grab it. Thank you.
You know, Joe, call up on the big radio because he stopped up there by the old steel bridge. It's up there by the Mexican bridge. But by AAS, he's not doing 0 miles. I gotta stop too.
So, what's so special about today being Monday?
I'm on a boat and I'm not at work. That's what's special about it. And every day that I'm not at work, I'm on a boat or I'm doing the stuff I want to do. So yeah, I'm on a boat and hey, we're sitting in a lock for an hour, but still, I'm on a boat! Not on land, land's right there. I'm on a boat. So, very cool. Tell me, Mia, what is so significant about a Monday?
Well, technically I'm supposed to be starting my first day of school today, but
What?
I'm on a boat.
Yeah?
So, I guess no school for me.
No school for Mia, she's on a boat.
So once I hit land, I'm back to reality.
Oh boy, don't ever hit land.
Technically I don't hit land unless I put 2 feet on land.
Oh, that's true. So if you never get, so if you never get off the boat, then you're never on. You're not back in reality. That is very cool. I like that. Okay, so just keep going. All right, so never stop. All right, thanks Mia for your thoughts, crew member, extraordinary chef. Those awesome peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and tuna fish and tea and making the gas work on the oven.
Go ahead, Mia. Captain Jack standing by. Roger that. Vertically closed at 6 feet. Thank you very much. Captain Jack standing by. Channel 13, over. Alright, read the special, so it's only 6 feet.
Yeah.
Read the special instructions. Opens on the bottom, and the top of the hour, it's another pivot bridge. So keep continuing reading all the way down. There's a whole paragraph that tells you all about that bridge. So, closed at 6 feet means vertical clearance is what it is. So closed at 6 feet, vertical clearance is closed at 6 feet. That means anything under 6 feet is going to be a kayaker.
Yeah. Swimmer.
Yeah.
I know.
What?
I have to look them up on the chart.
Oh.
The bridge
It should be
opens
marked.
at 6:30 a.m. and not again until 9:30. Opens at 3 and closes at 6:30.
Read.
The last opening of the day.
Okay.
In here.
It should say 3 down all the way in the bottom. It should say opens on the top and the bottom of the hour. Bridge openings.
Captain Jack, this is Mr. B.
Oh, sorry.
Over. I'm calling you, man.
Oh. Mr. D, go ahead.
What's the distance to the next bridge over?
6.9 over.
Roger. Out. 6.9. It opens in a half hour. So.
I'll change the speed based on so we get there about the right time. Is that
Oh
right?
yes. So
Oh, yeah, right. Right, wait.
You're right. So it's, it just opened 9 minutes ago. So the next
So I have to go a
is
little fast.
21 minutes. So we said 6.9. Now we're going to miss it. So we're going to try to get it on the half hour. So you're doing fine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'll catch the next one, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
So write that in your notes.
Roger that, Captain Dom.
You see the trees on the right down
These
there?
guys, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we're done.
You want to stay in the center.
Good job, man. You're staring straight at the eye. Was. Really pretty out here. We're waiting for the bridge to open. On the hour. So we're in this open area here. Big open area. I've got the autopilot on and we're just heading toward green buoys, right? Big long line of them, one after another. All miles, I think. Breeze feels good, the sun feels good. Awesome.
Seem to be about 6 inches below the high water mark.
Fairfield?
Fairfield? Fairfield Bridge. Down the center. We'll see if we scrape again. The top of the antenna. We have been on a number of bridges. I hear it. Ooh, that's close. Nope. Cleared it. Cleared it, nice. Cleared it, huh? Nice. Awesome. Little bridge. Fast and tug on our port side on the ICW. Tug with a barge. Pretty cool. How long do you think that is? 200 feet?
2 lights, 200 feet. Hey,
GoPro?
Man, I tell you what, these French guys are freaking all over. But man, are they killing me.
You have any citronella candles or anything? Kicked out of them.
You think?
Oh, what? Why, from that storm?
You see that thing? I'll guarantee you that's right over the Gulf Stream. Because it's about 40, 50 miles offshore right here.
Oh, yeah.
And that's about 40, 50 miles
That's
away.
what we would have been getting.
Oh, that thunderhead back there?
Yeah. Look at that anvil on top of that thing.
Oh, wow, yeah. Damn. So we would have been out there, huh?
Yeah.
Shit. Should have a sign out there, no wake, helicopter wake.
No helicopter boy.
Yeah. So we're here passing Camp Lejeune, and my damn phone is probably blurry, so you can't see anything. There's these guys, it's target practice. Gotta love a boat that has the name Yoga on it. It has its own cranes. Coming down the Cape Fear River here. About an hour away from our destination, Port City Marine. We just got really close to this big tug coming up on our port side here. Came from there, Cape Cod.
That way. You know, there's Steve bringing her in home. Finally.
Whew.
Now he needs 10 beers.
Yeah,
Steve always wanted to bring a little harmony to Wilmington.
oh yeah.